Hello, ladies, gentlemen, and magical wish-granting fish of all ages. Welcome back to Ark. I know it's been quite a while, and you're probably thinking to yourself, wow, he only uploads Ark videos when there's an event going on. Well, that has been true in the last few times, for the last few videos anyways, but that's not the case. I will try to make more videos in the near future. I made a mistake. Alright, I'm gonna have to go back and get more honey. I had 32, and if you throw it out, it throws out all of it, and I needed this, and you can't pick it back up. So, yeah. I have been playing quite a bit of Ark, though, in the last while. I just haven't been making videos. And today, I'm trying to tame a Leopleurodon so that I can show off the swamp cave, as well as some underwater or deep sea loot crates, because they have really good loot, and I have been trying for the last month to try and get good loot, like good saddles. I've been trying to get a good long neck from the cave, and it's just not been going well at all. I've even tamed 2 Leopleurodons before this, and haven't gotten anything good out of all of the red drops and all of the deep sea loot crates. It's just been a massive shit show in terms of loot. So I have quite a few things to show you, but first I want to tame that guy. So I will bring you back when I've got more honey and I am not an idiot. Okay, so we're back here near the Leopleurodon, and I have grabbed more honey. That's not what I wanted to do. Okay, so what you have to do, if you've never tamed a Leopleurodon before, is you have to toss out a piece of honey, and that happens when you press the number on here, if you're on PC, and it won't work if he's aggroed. So we got a little bit too close to it there, and it's going to come and try and attack our Plesio here, but you just got to swim far enough away, and then he will become de-aggroed. And then you would just want to throw a piece of honey, and then once he's in the middle of eating it, you want to go up to him and hit E with another piece of honey in your last hotbar, just like a regular old passive tame. So I will talk about the Plesio, I guess, while we wait to try and tame this guy. So I went around and I just tamed a high-level male and a high-level female, and then bred them together, and then this is the kid. I didn't go for like good stats or anything. I didn't like try to get the best stats out of the two of them. I just bred them together because I wanted an imprinted one. I wanted something imprinted I could ride around fast in the water and use to get stuff like Leopleurodons. So we have him, and he's actually really strong. I've never had a Plesio before that guy, so I didn't really know what to expect. That's a little bit too far away. So I didn't really know what to expect, but I am pleasantly surprised with how strong he is. Now, if you could just piss off, that would be great. We're trying to tame a magical fish here. I don't care about you. Okay, so yeah, that's what that guy is. He does about like 700 damage, and he's killed every ocean alpha, excluding a I forget what it's called, the squid, because I needed the help of from my Basilo to do that. But other than that, he's killed every other alpha. So he is super strong, and we have been using him. It won't work if the Leopleurodon gets aggroed on you either. If you get too close, he will aggro on you. So you have to kind of like drop the honey while being a little bit far away. And I really want to kill this anglerfish. There we go. Now they do tend to like just swim in random directions, so you have to kind of like trail the honey to try and get him to go after one piece, and there he's going after it. So we got to get up to him and then hit E while he's eating it. There we go, and we got it. So then you just have to ride it, and then you will get the Mystic Skin Oil buff. So something you're going to see me do in a second here is I'm going to cryoball this guy. Now you can't do this in vanilla. You can't put them in cryopods But the cool thing with this mod is that you can, and you're thinking, well, that's cheating. He's just not going to go away, and you're cheating. That's the worst. I hate you. Okay, well, first of all, calm down. Second of all, that's not how that works. With the Dino Storage mod, it will continue to tick down the timer even though he's in the ball. So it's not like he now has infinite time or near infinite time. He still has that 30 minutes that you get them tamed. And then he will disappear. He will stay in the ball, but if you try to throw him out after that 30 minutes, it'll disappear. And it'll say the temporary tame has run out or something. So I know that there's a couple deep sea loot crates around here. I went and did the laborious or arduous task, I suppose, of putting down gates where all the deep sea loot crates are. And it was a massive pain in the ass, but I now know where they all are. And there wasn't one over here, I don't think. So there's a couple things I want to do today. One of them is show you that cave, the one I meant to show you last episode, but it ended up being too long, the swamp cave, and I'm not going to use the footage I had from last episode because it was kind of scattered and all over the place, and it took me ages to do the cave, but I've been doing the cave basically every time I play Ark, so basically like every day, every other day I've been doing it, so I know where everything is, and it has been going well. Like I can do the cave in like 5 minutes, whereas the first time it took me like a stupid amount of time. I don't know if there's one here, but I really don't want to deal with that guy. I know where there is one, and I will just skip over there, but I will, as soon as I finish talking about what I wanted to do today. So yeah, I want to show you the swamp cave while we have this mystic skin oil buff, so we can get better loot from it. Then I wanted to take a look at some deep sea loot crates. If we're lucky, I'd like to tame a high-level Mosa or two, because I have tamed a couple, and I have some footage that I can show you, mixed in when we're taming the other Mosas, because we need a high-level Mosa for one cave, and a high-level Basilo for another cave. Now, I'm probably not going to do mutations on them, because Mosas are basically like water gigas, from past experience of having them. And I would say Plessies are probably water Rexes, now that I've had one. So we won't need to do mutations for health or melee or anything, because they just have an insane amount. And I passed the Leopleurodon on my way to get that other one. Good job, me. Nicely done. Oh, stamina. The other thing I'd like to do is to I want to go fight Giga with our Gigas, because we do need Giga Hearts for the dragon fight, I believe, since we're going to be doing it on Alpha. And we might need it for the Overseer, I don't quite remember. But yes, there's that. And then, of course, the Titanosaur. So there's quite a lot I want to do today. That's why I'm kind of trying to talk fast. And one last thing here before I jump to where that deep sea loot crate is I want to apologize for the lack of videos. I wish I had something to say like, oh, I was super busy with school, I was super busy with work. I don't really have a good excuse. So it's just, honestly, I kind of just forgot to be making YouTube videos. For a while I got caught up playing Stardew Valley, and then for a while I was just not playing anything, and yeah. But I will be trying to get back into it in the near future. So I will be right back with that deep sea loot crate. We actually weren't that far away when I cut. I think we were like just a little bit behind where I am now. And this thing is right here and right next to Carno Island or the Dead Island. And this is what they look like. They look kind of white underwater, and when you get close to it with the mystic skin oil, they just kind of glow, and that's to signify that the loot has changed inside. I believe somebody, I don't remember, that's probably, yeah, I don't know. The loot does change when you get near it. So it has loot in it before, and then when you have the mystic skin oil and you get close to it, it changes to relatively be better. And that's why we got the buff here. So I'm going to put away the plesiosaur, and I'm going to head back to base. I'm going to pick up our wolves, and then we are going to go to that cave. So we're almost back, but I just wanted to stop on the way there to show you that this is the Giga we're going to be murdering. So level 35 male. I don't think we should have a problem with our Gigas, although his Giga Bleed could enrage ours. We're just going to use two, the ones I showed you last episode, King and Diane, and I'm just flying over here because there's two Titanosaurs right next to each other, and we're going to be trying to fight just one of them. And, oh, where's the other one? I'm still looking for Megatheriums. I have probably checked, I don't know, we're probably in the hundreds by now for Megatheriums. I'm still looking for Rexes, and I am still looking for Uranus. Now, I do have a couple good stats on all of those. I'm just missing like something like health, stamina, or melee is basically it. Otherwise, they're good to start mutating. And you probably noticed that I didn't say we needed Daedons, and that is because we got some really good Daedons. Now, I have started mutating the shit out of the Daedons, and we're up to 14 health mutations and 11 food mutations, and this is what they look like. Now, that's not a whole lot. Well, that is a lot compared to our wolves, which only had 15 total. These guys are up to 25 total. And I want to get them up to 2020 in the stats. So we can take a look at the... Well, let's just go over here, because we can just look in here and take a look at the perfect female's stats. So, 34 into health and 43 into food, and those were the best that I was looking for. Now, I didn't try to get all the other ones perfect, like the best, like the stamina, oxygen, pardon me, or anything else, because it was unimportant. And that one's probably a little bit messed up on the stats because I accidentally imprinted it. Yeah. So this is the best. This is the best example. 43 food, 34 health, and yeah. So if we take a look at what our current mutation stack is at, in here we should be able to find a 285. So yeah, the health is up to 62 and the food is up to 65. So 21,000 food and 12,000 health compared to, this is our only perfect male we have, compared to 15,000 food and 7,000 health. So they gained about 5,000 food, about, what was that, 6,000 health? Or 5,000 health, 6,000 food, I think. We should take a look at our other dinos that we are trying to collect here. So Rexes, the best, I think that we have a good health, but we're still missing a melee on these guys. Okay, maybe it's the other way around, or maybe we need both. Okay, that is an acceptable melee on that one, 38. Acceptable. I want excellent, not acceptable. I'm not going to settle, because these are going to kill 3 bosses for us. So I don't want to settle. But like, yeah, we still need like a ton of Rexes. These are our Megatheriums, and as you can see, we have an absolute load of them. Now this is our low level one I tamed for the 0 in movement speed, just so that we can save some level spots there. And this one has the... Oh no, that's 41. Wait, I thought that was melee. I know I have a really high stat in health or melee for these guys. I just can't remember which one it is or which Megatherium it's on. Ah, there we go. The 40 health on this one is probably what I was thinking of. 40 health. I don't want anything under 40, so that's basically good enough, but I'm going to keep taming them until I get a 40 or higher melee. So yeah, that's the best stat we have. And yeah, like, just awful for these guys. And then Uranus, I believe we have some pretty good stats on these as well. Yeah, 42 health right there. And then we're looking for stamina. I was looking at melee. Oops. And then we don't really have anything good for stam. So here we are. There's a little bit of laggities. Here we are at the swamp cave, and I will show you where it is on the map. And I guess I should pull out the compass, or not the compass, the GPS. Here we go. Oh, that sounds dangerous, whatever that sound is. Oh, okay, it's probably just the bracer. Okay, so this cave is full of bugs, arthros, and leeches. So this place sucks, and I whined like a little bitch the first time I did this cave. Unfortunately, I'm not going to show you guys that. Just for the sake of video, it took way too long. Because, like I said, I can do this cave extremely quickly now compared to the first time I did it. Just because I've been doing this all the time to try and get the red loot crates that spawn in here. Alright, so get everybody following here, and there is also poison gas, which is what makes the Arthros the worst. Because most of the time, you will hopefully not be off of your wolf at all, or off of whatever you're riding, so having armor isn't a huge deal, but them breaking the gas mask is the worst. And the wolves all are brain damaged from all the inbreeding, and love to just do whatever the hell they want in here. I can do this cave with just 2 wolves, but I wanted to bring all 4 of them just to show you guys the chaos that ensues with all 4 of these assholes. So the Meganura, surprisingly, are one of the most dangerous things in here. They do a ton of damage considering how high level they are, and there's just like hundreds upon hundreds of them. I almost lost my wolves the first time because I put them on passive because I was like, oh, I can just kill everything, and then it ended up they almost got killed by the Meganura. But yeah, there's just tons of them. There's also Acatinas in here, not that they really matter. But yeah, there's an Arthro up there. I'm actually just gonna try and shotgun it from here, just to get some damage in on it. Because I hate those things. And then hopefully my wolves will body block the spit for me. That is the plan. Anyways, if the Legaties would calm down, holy shit. And you're trying to run away on me, aren't you? Okay, I killed it before it could spit on me. So yeah, this is the first room here. You can either go to the right over there, which is a way to the artifact, but we're going to try and avoid going to the right, because there's only a blue drop over there. It's only ever been a blue drop, and I've checked that room, I don't know, dozens of times, and it's never been anything other than a blue drop. And these retards are fighting over here, so we're probably gonna have to check this room out anyways. I really hate going in there. Just because the wolves' pathfinding is so god awful, is that they jump into that pool. I don't know if you can see it from here, but that's a pool of water, and it's full of leeches. So they just jump in there, and then they just run in circles, and then it's extremely difficult to get them out of it. And I would love to just avoid going in there at all costs, but it looks like we don't really have a choice. Fan-fucking-tastic. Oh, and there's even Megalania in here. Wow. So yeah, you can see, I don't know if you can see on the kill log, but there's a ton of leeches going by. That's just because this pool is just filled with them. They're everywhere. There's hundreds in just this one pool. And I did not see that, and yep, that is why this cave is awful. So if you notice, I did bring a whole bunch of these just for that purpose. You can do this cave before it breaks, and you could probably do this cave 2 or 3 times before you break one. It's just that the Arthros are going to destroy it before you get the chance to do this cave 3 times. Procoptodon saddle? Why not? But you can see there that that drop also had the glowing effect from the magic skin oil. And yeah, this is what I'm talking about. This is why I like to do this with 2 wolves, is because if you have too many, that wolf is following that wolf, and that wolf is trying to follow this one. But he can't get to it because that wolf has made it stuck. So I'm just going to pick up these 2, and we're going to do the rest of the cave with just this 2. With just the 2 of these. Because it is so much easier. And, like, you don't need that much damage, per se. And just the buff from the alpha, just the alpha buff that my wolf here gets from having this one with it, is enough to get us through. And yeah, I've just been doing this cave with the two of them for quite a while. I used to suffer through it with all of my wolves, but as you saw, that is the worst. And we don't need anything from here, like any drops, because I've got so much like venom and like megalania toxin and just everything out of this stupid cave that I don't think we will ever need anymore. And like the chitin we get from here is also negligible because we live right next to the chitin cave. And that one you can just mow through on a megatherium. Okay, we can do the howl here. So these guys, like the Meganeura, can survive an 800 damage bite, and then they'll just swarm. It's awful. Like, if you one-shot something, everything else around it won't become aggroed, but since they can survive the big damage, they get aggroed anyways. So when our wolves are fighting other things, they piss off the Meganeura. When we're fighting other things, we piss off the Meganeura. And it's just the worst. And yes, I know that my wolf over there is just covered in leeches, but they'll all disappear when I put them back into the bubbles, so it's not the biggest deal. Now there's right here, or we can go left. This just goes up to a little room that can have a yellow drop in it. So we're going to go up here, just in case it does spawn a yellow drop. And spiders really like to come out of the walls up here. And as you can see, there is a yellow drop up there. And I'm not sure what my wolf down there is fighting, but my bet is that it's going ape shit over some bugs. Yep. Just some titanomyrma. Where the hell are you going? Stop! What are you doing? Seriously, that was... Oh man. I brought these guys through here so many times, I've seen them do so much dumb shit, and I've never seen any of them do that. It's... ugh. And like, the leech blood, also negligible. I have thousands at home. Just because I've done this cave so many times. How? How? It's just a walkway. It is just a ramp. It's not that complicated. Please, just walk up the damn thing. Thank you. So yeah, I've been ambushed by spiders just coming out of the wall here before. That's not a fun time. I will take that. That is pretty nice. That could be helpful for us if we go and try and do the ice cave on foot. Now this is the worst room. This is the room where it's nice to have all of the wolves. But it's not... I don't know. It's just the worst because there's a huge pool and the wolves get stuck in the roots that are on the coming from the trees that are in it, and there's just like, I want to say thousands of leeches, but I know that it's not that many, but it is an obscene number of leeches in the pool. So yeah, we're gonna try and clear it all the way out so I can show you the way to the artifact. Like, yeah, there's just so many leeches down there. And you can do it without going down here, but as you saw there, the wolves will just magically yeet themselves into the water anyways. I'm pretty sure nothing touched him and he just happened to go in there. And just like everywhere else in this cave, it is full of Arthros. And that is why I try to bring the medical brew. I try to bring a lot of that because I've been in this cave and they've broken my gas masks, all of them. And then I had to run to the entrance and just chucking medical brews every few seconds. And that was awful. Okay, we're just going to pick this guy up. I don't care what he has on him, but we're not going to need a second wolf for anything else we have to fight here. As you can see, our damage basically just got halved here. And I will pick the leeches off of this wolf once we get up here. But yeah, there's the magic skin oil. And I will take that. Most of the times I've done this cave, it's just been hot garbage. Like, I'm almost willing to call it spicy garbage because it has been so hot. And like, see, this is what I'm talking about. I didn't do, like, I didn't even touch these things and they just attacked us for no reason. This cave is the worst. And yeah, like I said, I whined like a little bitch the first time I did it. Just complaining about how it's the worst and I never wanted to come back here and blah 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 blah, who cares. So the artifact is just up here. There's nothing in this area if we go through. I Yeah, you can't get through here on the wolf. And the artifact is just up here. So I'm going to grab another one because I think I only have one of these. So I'm going to grab one because why not? Now this cave has a fun little, I want to call it bug. And that's ironic because the cave is full of bugs. But where if you leave the room that has a drop in it, like this one and the other leech room, it'll just spawn another drop. So that's why a lot of people do this cave when they're looking for red drops and it's glitching out. Well, let me take the leeches off. That happens sometimes too. There's another reason I hate this cave. So if we leave it, yeah, there's another red drop right here. And we will be able to get it again, and it will have completely different loot. And hopefully it won't be awful. That's really good. And this is Basilosaurus. Okay. I'm kind of peeved that as soon as I turn on the recording, that all of a sudden I get magical loot. And like, I swear, I've done this cave, I want to say close to 100 times, and I'm still looking for a good long neck and a good Rex saddle. I don't think I have a good Megatherium saddle or a Yudi saddle either. I know I can get Yudi's saddles from the deep sea loot crates, and we're just going to come back here just to check and make sure that it's just a blue drop. It was half decent last time, so let's just grab it again. And the amount of time it takes us to go from one end to the other does actually respawn a bunch of leeches. So we're just going to clean this pool out a little bit so I don't get any on me, because that is very annoying. Yeah. So let us... this is okay, this is useless. I'll show you my crossbow once we're outside. I got a really good Ascendant blueprint and then crafting skilled it. I think this thing has over 300%. It might. Not quite sure. I'll have to double check. But yeah, that's the swamp cave. It is, like, I made it look kind of easy, but that's because I've done this cave like 100 times in a row recently. So I kind of know what I'm doing. But if it's your first time going through this cave, I would not recommend going on wolves. If I had known that it would suck on wolves, I would not have used them. But I did not know that. I would take like a saber or something else. Or a Thyla could probably fit through there. Okay, yeah, the crossbow. 45% crafting on it and 376 weapon damage. So with that, I'm going to take this off before it breaks. With that, I can knock out an almost max level Moza with 50 arrows. Which doesn't sound that impressive, but normally it would take like 150 arrows. So it is slightly impressive. So the last couple things we're going to do here is we're going to go... Well, we'll save the Titanosaur for another day. We're going to take out the Giga today. Oh, I'm starving. Oopsies. Yeah, so we're going to take out a Giga, and then I will hopefully find us a Moza or two to breed. Sorry, to tame. I'm saying breed because I have 2 high-level females and I need a male. And that's why I was thinking of breeding them so that we could get one for water caves. And I don't know if I said that before, but that's why we need Mozas, is for water caves. There's one water cave where we want Basilos because it's full of Nidaria, which are the jellyfish, which will knock you off of your mount, but Basilos are immune to that. So that's why we want Basilos. I do have a good high-level female, and if I get a high-level male, then we can breed them, and then that should be good enough if we just train it up for melee damage and stuff. But I will get my shit together so that we can go take out that Giga and get to the taming. One final thing here is I built this little pen down here for water breeding. Now I can actually fit the 2 Plessies down here, and they fit in this water somehow. I'm not quite sure how, but it is pretty amusing. And when I first put them in there, the female was floating above the water, and every time she had a baby, it would just explode because it can't be out of water. I thought it was pretty close. I thought it was close enough to the water that it would be fine, but it exploded before the machines could pick it up, and I did not realize that the first few times. So yes, I will be right back with our Gigas for the massacre. On which side, who knows? Hopefully not ours. Alrighty, here we are on the top of the metal mountain. We ran by this guy a little bit ago, so we are just gonna go hopefully take him out easily. I've never fought a wild Giga before. Me and my friend got into some shit trying to tame Gigas before, a long time ago, but I don't know how this is gonna go because they just one-shotted everything we hit them with. So, and that bleed, I'm not sure, but it might make the Gigas rage. It doesn't look like the rage meter is going up at all though, but I can't see the other Gigas meter. But it looks like it is going quite well. We are actually taking a lot of damage, but I'm gonna let the other guy get the kill so he gets the EXP. But yeah, that seems to have been pretty easy to do. I didn't think we were gonna have a problem considering how high level our Gigas are in comparison to the other Gigas. Let's see, did King get any levels? Actually, he probably had some levels from sitting in the ball for a while, but there it is, the heart. But yeah, we're putting all of our Gigas levels into melee because putting them into anything else is foolish. Yeah, there we go. I did not expect that to go poorly. We did take quite a lot of damage, and that's mostly just from the bleed. I couldn't even see how much damage he was doing, but yeah, if I come across any Gigas in the wild now, I'll probably just kill them. I won't. You guys don't need to see it. Just now that you know that we can do it. Yeah. So I will pick these guys up. I don't have to go heal them because I'm pretty sure they heal in the balls from past experiences, and then I will go head out into the ocean. It's been a few hours since I recorded the last clip, but as you can see, we still have the buff, the Mystic Skin Oil, and that's because they changed it a while ago, if you didn't know, to last 6 hours. So we should still have it for hopefully the rest of the day, and I'm hoping to pick up a few more deep sea ocean, or whatever, deep sea loot crates I think is what they're called. But we'll see how that goes. You can also use, there's another Giga here? Oh, it's a 135. Okay, we might not kill that one. Just because I think that might wreck us. Okay, anyways. Yeah, if you didn't know, you can use the Mystic Skin Oil on the surface drops, like those ones as well. Like I just showed us. You showed it off in the cave drops and the deep sea loot crates. But yeah, you can also use it on the orbital, or not orbital supply drops, but the supply drops. Actually, I don't know if it would work on OSDs on like Extinction, because you can't get water creatures on Extinction, but it might. I'm not sure when you transfer if it gets rid of your like effects, so someone's gonna have to let me know if it does. But yeah, like I said, I will bring you back when we have a deep sea loot crate or some Moses to tame.